You know that it's fun to go out. Sometimes never leave my house. I'm either at work or home. And it seems kind of pathetic just drinking alone. So if you got nothing going on, have some drinks with Ron.
Well, there's the old introduction. So let me just say, welcome to Drinks with Ron. I'm Ron, and I don't have a drink, but let me get one. I'll rectify that right quick here with some Faygo Moon Mist. And you know what? I'm about to take you into the goddamn Wayback Machine. As the intro said, I never leave my house. Well, that's not true. I left my house 2 days in a row to play frisbee golf. I got 18 holes in today. My wife messaged me and said to stop at the local gas station and get a loaf of bread. Well, I had about 4 16-ounce beers while I was disc golfing, so I went to the aforementioned gas station and I bought this Moon Mist, and I bought a pre-cooked chicken carbonara pizza and a donut for tomorrow. And no bread. Very on brand for Ron. But let me digress for the first time in this episode. I was made very sad when I went to this gas station. I don't want to say the name of it. It's not really relevant. They're a regional chain. Their ownership is essentially a pack of right-wing dicks, so I don't want to plug them amongst my dozens and dozens of viewers. But, yeah, this gas station, man, I went in there, and today is the 11th, the last day for this location. They're closing permanently on the 14th, so I've already gone for today, so there's only 2 more opportunities to go to this location, and I was taken aback. I was not expecting all the feelings that came up. See, let me wind it back for you. I'm a small town Jack of Mahoney. Less than 4,000 people here in my small town in southern Wisconsin, and 24-hour gas stations. Let me tell you, sir, that is not a guaranteed thing where I'm from. You are not guaranteed to have 24-hour access to supplies of any kind. Now, maybe gas, now because you can pay at the pump, but other than that, you ain't guaranteed dick in a town this size. And I remember when this particular gas station opened up at this particular location, which gave me feelings at the time, because you see, small towns in Wisconsin, I don't know if you know this, we drink a lot. Playboy did a poll, not a poll, they did a ranking of the top drinking states some 20 years ago, and my buddy called me to tell me about this, because I wasn't a big Playboy guy, but he was going down the list, and he was talking about how with each preceding state, he built up in anticipation where Wisconsin would be number 1, and he got to number 1, and we weren't there, and he's like, wait, we're not in the top 20 drinking states? He said he found an asterisk that said, sorry, Wisconsin, we were not able to include professionals in this survey. So, that's a publication of record right there. That's so yeah, our drinking prowess is well known. And I mentioned on the Nostalgia Pit podcast, if you like to talk about nostalgia and various things, go check out the Nostalgia Pit podcast wherever podcasts are available. But I went on with Colin and Rob, the episode appropriately entitled Drugs with Ron. But we talked about Wisconsin drinking prowess, how it came out of the German and Irish immigrants that came here, and that back in the day you couldn't just truck everything, you had to take it by fucking horseback, with a fucking... So you were gonna brew beer here and then horsey it 40 miles to get drunk in the town down the road. No, 40 miles apart. That's 2 breweries, my friend. So that meant, everybody had their own brewery because it wasn't worth hauling. You just had beer there. Well, as that kind of started to go by the wayside in the early 1900s, automobiles and whatnot, but Wisconsin still to this day, you go down to Main Street in a small town, you have a town of 4,000, you might have 6 bars. Now we're down to 1, 2, 3. If you count the bowling alley, we have 4 bars. That is down from our heyday. But as I said, town of 4,000, there's a bar for every 1,000 fucking people. Do the math. But sitting on this location, there used to be another bar, because there was actually, right in this location, see, we had the bar that was Russ's. It is now the Copper Dome, as you care. But next to that was the liquor store. Across from that was Don's Bar on the corner. And then next to that was Wally's Bar. Oh, and the bowling alley was on the other side. So we had 5 bars that you could literally hit with a fucking rock. Every last one of them. So Wally's closed in the early 80s. Don's closed, was torn down, and that's where this gas station went in. Holy shit, I got sidetracked. I haven't even made it to the point yet. Fuck. Any hoodles, let me speed this up. So I had some feelings when this gas station came in, but then, holy hell, it was open until 9 p.m. 9 p.m. I could go there, and I remember I had a paper route, so I had a bicycle, I had a bag to go over your shoulder, like a goddamn paper carrying bag, and I have some loose change, and I was like, I'm gonna take my bike up to this gas station, buy a goddamn 2-liter soda like a fucking American. I remember doing that, getting up there at $8.50, like, look at me, I can purchase this. Yeah, takes me back. That gas station opened at a time when Nirvana was just starting to break full. I remember hearing Nirvana at the time. The one I really remember with my Sony Walkman cassette strapped on to my side and a pair of shitty headphones. Remember the Metallica Black Album as I'm driving home on my bike in the winter, nothing else matters as I'm coming down a giant hill, like hoping I don't eat it in the slush and die for this beverage that I got from the gas station. But it was magical. And then what happened is it became 24 hours. And I mean, my God, 24 hours? You could go get things. Yeah, but not to regress back to the music here, but the Guns N' Roses Use Your Illusion 1 on the Platter. That was what I was big into at the time. Those two tapes. I had tapes. I wasn't yet converted to CDs. And the Metallica Black Album. Of course, I had converted over. Nirvana. I was listening to a shitload of Nevermind at the time. It was great. It was great times. I went and I told the clerk, I was like, just riding my goddamn bicycle here. Put a 2-liter in my backpack. Like, I didn't realize it was going to conjure emotion for me. But, yeah, a couple more days. I mean, don't cry too hard for me. We've got a new gas station owned by the same parent company. Same name, about 2 miles up the street. You know, they built a big one on the corner. I just assumed they didn't want to give up that prime real estate downtown, you know, right by the courthouse. But it's going away. It's going away. So let me show you this is a chicken carbonara pizza. It's like a chicken, I believe, maybe some kind of ranch sauce or something. I don't know. Fucking delicious. Never cooked. I ain't cooking, man. Roller dogs, tornadoes. Oh, look at them. Hang on there. We went to the Poconos a couple of years ago. Eastern Pennsylvania, mountains and whatnot. We got out there, and you definitely feel like you're not at home. You start seeing different geology. The gravel on the side of the road is gray instead of like a tannish. I was out of my elements, what I'm telling you. But there's a gas station outside of our resort. Yeah, you had to check in with the fucking guards and give them a passcode, a whole fucking ordeal. But we got in there, and they had the hot grill with the roller shit. It's the same. Whoever supplies my local regional chain supplies this chain too. So I was able to get a sausage and pancake tornado. One of my personal favorites. Ted Jansen, the dog, I actually honestly loves him as well. But it was just like, oh man, I got in there and found Ted Jansen, right on cue, ladies and gentlemen. My kid must be home. But yeah, it was just, that's my food jam right there. Poconos was fucking weird, man. We got out there and it's mountains, so a lot of the shit runs linear. Towns can't branch out because there's a fucking mountain over there. So you're kind of hemmed in on the one side, and generally where there's a mountain, there's kind of some variety of fucking cliff. So your town don't really go wide, it goes out. And we were trying to get to this resort, which was back in some mountains, and everything was closed restaurants. And this is pre-pandemic. It was closed restaurants, the roadside tents where they sell like Confederate flags and beach towels of Bob Marley and whatnot. So there was a bunch of those along the sides of the road next to the closed down restaurants and a boatload of fucking cemeteries. It was just like, what happened? Like the restaurant closed and it was like, oh, well, I get the early bird special, might as well goddamn die, Margaret. I'm just gonna fucking die. Just bury me on the side of the road because the cemeteries run the whole length. Can't eat food, I just might as well fucking die. But, like I said, the regional geology, man, the gray rocks on the side of the road blew my mind. Like shale? I don't know what it is. I'm not a geologist here. I'm just a semi-drunk man who's feeling a certain way about his local gas station closing down. God, you say that out loud. Really what it comes down to is aging, man. I'm getting old. This album, 1991? That's 32 years old. God, man. Oh, well, might as well. Hey, let's staple of the show. Let's get us a copyright violation, huh? All right, here's Guns N' Roses, Use Your Illusion 1. Maybe I'm talking loud enough to fool the algorithm, but that algorithm is a worthy fucking opponent, let me tell you what. But, Ted Jansen in the show, ladies and gentlemen. We might as well close it down with Teddy J. You want to come up and be in the shot, dude? You want to come up? He does not want to come up. Great, well done. Perfect on a visual format. Any hoodles, yeah. Whole thing's really weird. I'm feeling old. I'm gonna listen to some Guns N' Roses really loud. You know how my family knows I'm drunk? Rock guitar penetrates the floor and shakes the entire house until the bass feeds back. But with that, for Drinks with Ron, I'm Ron, signing off.